Good morning, class.
Good morning, sir.
How are you today?
Fine, sir.
Okay. So before we proceed to our lesson, kindly read a short prayer, Michelin.
Dear God, thank you for this wonderful day. May you continue to guide us and bless us. Amen.
Amen. Okay. Thank you, Michelin, for that wonderful prayer. So who's absent today?
None, sir.
Very good. Okay. Before we proceed to our new topic, let's make first a review for the past lesson. Last meeting, we have discussed all about bread and pastry production, right?
Yes.
So, again, Julibet, what is bread and pastry?
Bread is made of flour, water, and yeast, are our living agent, while pastry is a dough of flour, shortening and water used as base and covering in baked dishes such as pies.
Yes, brilliant idea. I will give you extra point for your quiz later. Okay, very good. That's a good student. You should review first before you enter your class in the next morning. Make it a habit. Okay, moving on to our new lesson. I have here pictures. Please observe the pictures because later I will ask you question. Observe the pictures. Okay, class. What do you think all the picture about? Yes, Michelin.
Those are baking tools and
Exactly. Those are baking tools and equipment. Because our lesson today will focus on preparing tools and equipment for specific baking purposes. And I have here pictures that we will discuss one by one so that you can understand and you'll broaden your idea about baking tools and equipment. But before that, let us define what is tools. Kindly read Oliver.
Tools is a handheld device that aids in accomplishing a task which are durable and permanent.
Very good. If you say tools, it is more durable and permanent. Durable is matagal siyang nagagamit. Hindi siya basta nasisira. Okay? Permanent. And for the next slide, can you read Michelin?
Equipment are the items which are more or less durable and permanent for a particular activity or purpose.
Oh, remember the word. If we say tools, durable, mas nagtatagal, permanent. If we say less durable, madali siyang nasisira or napapalitan. Okay? That is the difference of tools. Durable and less durable. Okay? Please read para the number 1, Michelin.
Baking wires are made of glass or metal containers or butter and dough, which by their sizes cake pans comes in different sizes and shapes and may be round, square, rectangular, shape.
Okay, this is an example of baking pans class. You see this? This is example of baking pans in different shapes. Okay? Baking pan. This is also another kind of baking pan. Square, hard, and so forth. And also, this is also a baking pan. Channel. Okay. Cake pans. Cake pans comes in different sizes. It is, like for example, number 1, hollow center. Number 2 is muffin pan. This is the muffin pan. Remember, okay?
Yes.
Number 2, popover pan. Number 4, I should say popover pan. Number 4 is jelly roll pan. Maybe it look like this. Jelly roll pan. And number 5 is bun pan. Number 6, custard cup. Number 7, griddle pans. Number 8, loaf fan. And for classification number 2, let's go back so that it will make you clear. For classification number 1, all of this is what we call cake pans. We have the tuber center pan, muffin pan, popover pan, then roll pan, bun pan, custard cup, and loaf fan. So those are kind of pan. Okay? And for number 2, we have the biscuit donut cutter. No, my comments is I missed that object. And for number 3, classification, read Julibet.
Cutting tools include a knife and chopping board that are used to cut berries, fruits, nuts, or other ingredients in baking.
Yes, as you can see, these are knives and this is chopping board. For the next, electric mixer. Okay, this is electric mixer, mostly used in the baking shop, but you only have your hand mixer. But it is the same, the use is still the same. This is still a mixer. Remember? Okay. For number 5, flour sifter. But flour sifter has many kinds. We can also use without the presence of flour sifter. You can also use a strainer in sifting flour. Okay.
Yes.
And number 6 is grater. It looks like this. Used to grate cheese, chocolate, and other fresh fruits. I know you are knowledgeable to use this, right?
Yes.
Next is the kitchen shears or scissors. Are used to slice rolls and delicate cakes. And this is example of kitchen shears. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And for next is the measuring cups. This one, the example of measuring cups. There are what we call metals and there are also glass measuring cups. And it's mostly common used to measure liquid substance like milk, water, and so on. And next, we have measuring spoons. Measuring spoons are one offset of measuring spoons used to measure small quantities of ingredients. This is the example of measuring spoons. Also this one, the other one has number because in the absence of measuring cup, you can use this as measuring cup, measuring spoon. This is written 1 cup. There is 1/3, 1/2, and 1/4 cup. And this one is used for measuring small quantities like 5 milligram, 20 milligram, or a pinch of salt, and so forth. Okay? Oh my God. And next is the mixing bowls. Comes in a graduated sizes and has looping size ingredients. Okay. This is the mixing bowl. It was sloping because in order to maintain the anything that we're gonna mix inside, para hindi siya matapon. This is measuring, this is, I should say, mixing bowl. Okay? Next is the mortar and pestle. This is the example of mortar and pestle. Wherein we used to pound or ground ingredients. Like for example, whole peppercorn, yung mga buong paminta. We're gonna use this. So that it will be pound finely by doing like this. Okay? Next is the paring knife, which is very common because we have everybody have knives at home, right?
Yes, sir.
Baka wala kayong kutsilyo, nanggilan lang kayo ha. O, dapat may kutsilyo kayo. Next is the pastry bag, a funnel-shaped container of icing or whipped cream. In an example, without that sense of it, we can also use the ice plastic, you know that. And next, this is the pastry blender. We don't have available pastry blender, but it says it has handle and with wire with is used to cut fat or shortening in the preparation of pies, biscuits, or donuts. So, ginagamit siya in the mix preparing for pies, biscuit. Ginagamit siyang masher. Para siyang, katulad ng potato smasher. And then number 15 is pastry brush. Is used to is used in greasing part or surface of pastries. We have pastry brush. Example is this. At in many kinds. Meron din tayong mga like this brush, but we don't have available here, only this. But it is commonly used in greasing. Greasing, ibig sabihin, kung gusto nating lagyan yung mga ibabaw or ano yung mga yung lagyan ng mga greasing or yung mga pampakintab sa ibabaw ng mga niluluto natin. Next, we have pastry tip. This is very common. It's used in cake icing. Yan, ginagamit yan. Next one is the pastry wheel. This one, pastry wheel, has a blade knife used to cut dough and making pastries. For example, you want to in cutting pizzas, mga buko pies, we gonna use it because if you use knife, it's very dangerous. So there is a specific use in cutting pies and okay class. Next is the rotary egg beater. It is used in beating eggs or whipping cream. This is an example of rotary egg beater. This is manually used. Okay, remember? And next is the rolling pin. Have you seen rolling pin? It's used to flatten or roll the dough. For example, if you're mashing or making pies and pastries, and we don't have any pasta maker, we can use this rolling pin to flatten the dough manually. Okay, remember the name of this rolling pin. Next is the rubber scraper. It's used to remove bits of food inside of the bowl. This is an example of rubber scraper in many sizes. It depends upon the container you're going to scrub. Okay? And next is the spatula. This is the spatula. Comes in different sizes. The small spatula are used to remove muffins and molded cookies from the pan. This is 5 to 6 inches large spatula for icing for frosting. For example, your muffins. This is example of the muffin bowl. You use this to scrub the side, so that you can remove the muffin perfectly. Okay?
Yes.
Next. Timer. Timer can be used as watch clock or any wall clock can be used as timer. And some conventional ovens have a built-in timer. Okay? Next is the strainer. Oh my god, what's the strainer? This one, the strainer. The strainer. As I said earlier, you can use this to sieve flour. And this is another type of strainer. This is pasta strainer. If you don't like the pasta will overcook, you just put the pasta in there and on the hot water. Okay? Those are both strainers. Next is the weighing scale. This one. It's used to measure ingredients in large quantities. For example, if you're going to cook for serving is 100 grams, you can use this so that all serving should be equal in amount. This is the proper use of weighing scale. As well in dry products, like if you gonna cook exact amount of flour, you're gonna use this. Not the measuring cup, not any else, only the weighing scale. And the next is the utility tray. This one. Why we call this one utility tray? Because Utility tray is used to hold ingredients together. For example, you're gonna measure many ingredients so that it will not spill or it can be thrown away. You're gonna put it here like this. That's why utility. It utilize all the small things put it together. Next, this one, the wire whisk. This is a wire whisk. It's used to beat or with egg whites or cream. Yes. It's used to beat it dissolves smoothly the egg white and the creams. Like for example, a frozen cream. If you want to dissolve easily, you use this cream. Not a spoon, not a fork, or any other else, just only the spoon. So. Next is the wooden spoon. Wooden spoon are made of different designs. It depends upon the use. This is the kind of the sample of wooden spoon. And this spoon is specially made for cooking pasta. If you want to cook a small amount of pasta for one serving, you're gonna put the pasta inside here, and this is the exact amount for one serving. This is the exact of this spoon. This one can be used in the what we call rice, in getting rice. It's very essential. And next is the ovens. We also discussed the different kind of ovens. Kindly read Michelin, what is ovens?
Ovens are the workhorse of the bakery and pastry shop and are essential for production of the bakery products. Ovens are the enclosed space in which food is heated, usually by naturally several things of ovens are used in.
Yes. We're gonna see that oven or workhorses because a literal horse carries, right? So in a bake shop, without ovens, you cannot produce products. Because you cannot cook bread and pastries in the in the stove, right? You only cook on ovens. And number one is example is the deck oven. Number two is the stack oven, and number two is the other baking ovens. This is the example. The rack oven is a large oven into with an entire rack full of sheets, pans can be built for baking. If you get a say rack, it is contains of many levels. For example, shoe rack, it's plenty of layers. That's why we call it rack oven. And it is mostly only used in big bake shops or big producers of breads and pastries. Next is the mechanical oven we have here. Very common to households because you can bake minimal or small amount of bakery products. Number two is the convection oven, also very common to households. And these are the classification of tools. For number one, we have the ovens. Number two is the other baking equipment, preparatory tools, measuring tools, mixing tools, cutting tools, and baking pans. Those are the classification of baking tools. Okay? For activity, directions, bring out one or sheet of paper and try to answer the following if you understand the lesson. I will give you 3 minutes to do the task. Write the letter of your answer in the space before the number. Only the letter. For example, custard syrup, you choose what belongs custard syrup. Is belong to baking, it belong to preparation or mixing. It's up to you how you understand custard syrup. Maybe baking pans. Is that cutting tools? Is that measuring tools? Are you done? Okay, let's check. For number 1, custard cup is belong to newspaper. What's number 1? What's number 1? Custard cups. It belong to baking pans. Okay, for number 2 is spatula. Yes, preparing. Yes, very good. For number 3, okay. For number 5, okay, very good. Who got it correctly all? Okay, very good. Great score. Okay. For the generalization or for the review of our lesson, if you understand, I will ask you a question. What is the importance of having the proper tools and equipment in baking? Yes, Michelin. What is the importance?
Sir, it's important that we can make big products.
Yes, very good. In addition, having the proper tools and equipment is very essential in the process of bread and pastry production. It also helps us to achieve the best product we want to bake. Because if you have proper tools and equipment, you can create products out of it. You can make the product nice and perfect, right?
Yes.
Okay. For another question, how? How tools and equipment are related to each other? Yes, Julie Beth.
If some of the tools and equipment is missing, we cannot perform well and we cannot achieve the best product we wanted.
Yes. For example, you cook a muffin and you don't have a scraper or you don't have a spatula. You cannot easily remove the muffin in the container, so you cannot create a good product. Okay. Another question, what is the advantage of being knowledgeable in using baking tools and equipment? Yes, Michelin?
Sir, to prevent unexpected dangers during the
Yes, because if you don't know how to use those equipments, you can meet accident. For example, using an electric mixer, you don't know how to use that. You're using your wet hand. You're gonna be meet electric shock or electric potion. Okay, very good. And for your assignment, please search and read the standard ways of measurement. That is will be your entry pass for next meeting. Okay, that's all for today. Goodbye, class.
Bye, sir.